Here is a political and economic policy memo issued by the Green Party of Malaysia, addressing the national implications of global population contraction from a progressive, eco-conscious perspective. The Green Party of Malaysia Policy Memorandum, Strategic Response to Global Population Contraction. Date, April 2025. Executive Summary. As global population contraction accelerates, particularly across East Asia and Europe, Malaysia must prepare for its cascading effects. Though our own demographic transition is still unfolding, the economic, geopolitical, and ecological consequences will reverberate across borders. The Green Party of Malaysia recognizes this moment not as a crisis, but as a catalyst to reorient national development towards sustainability, equity, and resilience. 1. A post-growth economic model for Malaysia. Malaysia must transition from a dependency on extractive growth to an equitable, regenerative economy. Global contraction necessitates a new economic paradigm that prioritizes quality of life, ecological integrity, and social stability over GDP expansion. Adopt a well-being economy framework, measuring success through health, education, ecological health, and social cohesion. Invest in green technology, renewable energy, and regenerative agriculture to create high-value employment in sustainable sectors. Launch a National Productivity Innovation Fund to support automation, AI, and human-machine collaboration in strategic industries, reducing dependency on population growth for economic output. Resilience through inclusive and smart labor policies. Malaysia must respond to shrinking workforces globally by optimizing its own human capital and preparing for structural shifts in labor. Key policies. Introduce a universal basic services program, guaranteeing access to healthcare, education, public transport, and digital infrastructure, freeing citizens from precarity and enabling lifelong learning. Gradually raise the retirement age with flexibility, accompanied by reskilling initiatives for older workers, especially in the care economy and ecological restoration. Empower women and youth through targeted entrepreneurship grants and parent-friendly employment policies, addressing both gender equity and fertility decline without coercion. 3. Strategic immigration and regional solidarity. In a contracting world, immigration is not a threat, but a vital strategy for mutual survival. Key policies. Implement a skilled and ethical immigration framework to attract migrants in healthcare, education, green construction, and agroecology, ensuring fair labor rights and social inclusion. Position Malaysia as a regional sanctuary for climate-displaced communities through ASEAN cooperation, backed by ecologically sound urban planning. Launch a People's Integration Council to build multicultural cohesion, fighting xenophobia and fostering civic inclusion. 4. Regenerative demographics. Caring, not counting. The Green Party opposes population panic and coercive natalist policies. Instead, we support a care-centered demographic policy rooted in dignity, autonomy, and balance. Key policies. Expand universal childcare, parental leave, and family co-housing incentives, enabling families who desire children to raise them in secure, low-carbon environments. Support non-traditional family structures, community living models, and intergenerational housing, building solidarity between young and old. 5. Ecological urbanism in a shrinking world. As cities shrink elsewhere, Malaysia has the opportunity to build future-ready settlements that preempt the same fate. Key policies. Design compact green towns with walkability, public gardens, clean transport, and low energy footprints. Reclaim underused urban areas for elder-friendly spaces, cooperatives, and community agriculture. Enact zoning laws that prevent sprawl and preserve forest corridors, wetlands, and water tables, aligning urbanism with ecosystem stewardship. Conclusion. The Green Party of Malaysia views global population contraction not as a demographic emergency, but as an invitation to create an economy that serves life. By embracing this transition with foresight, compassion, and ecological realism, Malaysia can lead the region into a post-growth future where human dignity and planetary health are no longer in conflict. Prepared by Department of Strategic Policy and Eco-Justice, April 2025.
forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.